September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yeah, one way or another, this case gets decided today.
Ah, the Phoenix. Look.
Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. Wright says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What does White have the judge? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm gonna be guilty? End of the story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
Why? How could you torment an innocent person like this?
Innocent? How could we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being fought out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get very defendant declare guilty. So I make that my policy.
Edgeworth,
You've changed.
Phoenix, you know him?
Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix? The Phoenix?
Well, court will be starting soon.
What? But wait, the defense attorney isn't been here yet, and
I'll be defending myself.
What?
Okay, let's do this. How can you do? Yeah, I guess you can do that. Yeah, I guess.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. I think I should give him a deep voice again. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're open to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. As the detail of the event already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call as witness. That went far too smoothly. My nose is stuffy today.
Why didn't
the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. Anyone's going to raise an objection about this, because it's me. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why did the witness testify in the trial against Mr. F.A.? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Ashworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Right. Gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would call Mr. Red White to the stand.
Please state your full name.
You wish to know the title of my personage?
Your name.
Yes, that's what I said. Oh dear, do my locution confuse? Name!
These two are great together. My name is Red White. My friends call me Blanco Nino. I'm the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Mr. Maya Fay? Maya? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Well, I tell you what you already know.
Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony.
I can take this guy's testimony apart. I can't. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world? And I'm the last man standing.
I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer.
Huh? Let him have it, Phoenix.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly persevering. That's reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bell lamp coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was when I saw him, spiky-haired man, attacked a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was no other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. It was all over.
If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, Mr. White, your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, my nose is sticky. Nine PM or AM? How do you know what time? For fuck's sake. It was. Because I'm always so positivity perfect, you know? No. You're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said. Press further. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? City Lawyer. Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course, he could not see me. It would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, What were you doing at that time? Coming from outside.
Your Honor! Oh, fuck's sake. No clue. I'm gonna press it. By window, you mean the one directly across Bay and Co. law offices? Correct! This is the only window you see. And then you were reading papers? Correct! The Gatewater is businessman's hotel, and I'm a busy man who had business to do. I'm just gonna press you for each and every one. A bell lamp? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Press. You're reading your papers until you heard the sound. But of course, I am no snoop, peeping out of windows at night. No snoop. Yeah, right. Made a career out of snooping. It wasn't me, spiky head. I'm gonna hold it. Oh. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40. Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is to judge on, anyway? And what did you do then? Just hold it. What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the fate of his phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I cannot. I will answer the lawyer Boyled inquiry. Mrs. May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fey woman. You make a good politician, Mr. White. Ho ho! I know. After all, I am il presidente. Please continue. Can you be a little more detailed than that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always so positivity perfect. Perhaps you can change the testimony to reflect this new detail. Ooh. Victim ran to the left. Oh yeah! Boom! Objection! Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. One sec. Need to
Oh, what is this? You said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated the victim ran left.
Ho ho ho! It is simple. You have misheard her.
I think not. Look at the floor plans. Everybody, trying to do it, everybody. What? Oh, sorry, the killer was here. And the victim, here. The victim ran to the left, as you claim she did. He would have been running directly away from the door. He would have been running into a dead end.
Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did.
Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one.
True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing?
Wait a sec.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Both are right.
Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once.
I doubt it.
Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There's not one scenario that would explain the conflicting accounts.
What?
Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Bam.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been?
In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course.
More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where the... Oh, shit. Here. Here?
That's where he was. Mr. Wright, we are not fools. How could he have been exactly where the victim was standing? Oh, alright. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Sorry, Hannah. Sorry, let me try that again. Here. That's where he was. Hold it right there, Mr. White. It was there during the very act of murder that would make him an accomplice.
Impossible. There's no one other than the criminal and victim in the room. There's no evidence, no proof to the contrary. None. Sorry, let me try that again. Here.
I'm just gonna point randomly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, shut up. He was standing here. Outside of it. That's where he was. He was outside of the entire thing. He was the killer. This is where he was. Look! And the victim ran for the door. If he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left.
Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste.
This is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. White, what are you suggesting?
schedule. The prosecution postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched.
Ho 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 ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing?
The hereditary of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Miss, may I allow to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revisit testimony. Good luck. Can't fix that broken testimony, buddy. He ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, and so was mine. When you assaulted the girl, you first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, he ran to the right, chased her, and delivered the final blow. This is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Were you cross-examining the witness's testimony? You better will. Yes, Your Honor. I'm pretty sure... hit her twice. Shit. Fuck! Is this one? Ah. It's the other one. Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to this? That was my chance to hit him when it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Honor, if I could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he is lying. I empathetically request that there will be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away! Very well. The witness would care to revise his testimony. Crowd's on my side. No slipping out on this now, White. Mr. White? Oh, okay. There we go. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard the thing fall. Then the next moment, I saw Miss May went to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Whap. Whap indeed. Very well. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over.
But you couldn't have seen her. How could you have seen her? How could he have seen that? I'm sorry. We could have seen him hit her. It will be. I heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that, the glass light stand? Right, the one that had woman over the scene. Phoenix, isn't something about that strike you odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. Press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. And change your testimony to reflect that. So sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. Yeah. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass rod stand. What? Look at this.
You saw the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculously. Mr. White, you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim. You could have not seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as the glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fay Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Mr. White?
Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mayor. He looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's fair enough, Phoenix. Far enough, Phoenix. Right. What? Forgot about Wedgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Didn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, let's explain to the cop what you mean by this.
Distinguished members of the court. Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. Really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Corp. The auditor's secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Mrs. May.
What does that have to do?
Your Honor, the question is, When was the wiretap placed in the office? And by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White. In order to place the wiretap, you entered Mrs. Bay's office. Am I correct?
Correct! You are most correct, Miles.
Give me a break.
Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Bay and Co. law offices. This is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain the call what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gladly, Your Honor. Miss Phoenix White has made his position quite clear. He was determined that Mr. White, the glass stand, was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. White would like to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I see.
However, it is in fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix White's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is.
Mr. Wright, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping.
Leave it to me. I feel faint. Oh God. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Bay and Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. This is when I saw this glass light stand.
So you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound? Correct, this is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine.
What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. What do you mean, good luck? Fuck you. Beginning of September. Nah. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Mrs. Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh? Right. I'm just gonna press on everything. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints, several days old, were found in Fay and Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White. And then you find no Edgeworth. He's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to Fay. Why did you tap Maya's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have the responsibility to protect client confidentiality. What did you know is something as inconspicuous as the light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such as a beauty-ticulous thing deserves attention, does it not? It is all... That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's right. ratchet enough that I can bluff something out of him. Oh. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this no more.
Mr. Wright, are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Maya? Never give up, Phoenix.
Maya? Uh-oh. Where am I? Waiting lobby. What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating.
Ah, you're finally awake.
Love it. Gawk! And I figured again.
Hey, Phoenix. Gak, there's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me.
Ah, you're finally awake.
You're Maya? Didn't you know the Fey woman has strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is challenging you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. Pardon me. But... We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You already won. Huh? You have the receipt and the court record, right?
Yeah. The one you wrote Maya on?
Phoenix. Right. White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt.
The front?
Is a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store.
One.
Is it 1,000 or million? Wow, big spender. Item, glass, light stand. Data purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony?
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder.
He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Here we go. September 9th.
Court will now convene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, rather, are you alright, Mr. Wright?
Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
Then, let's start where we left off.
Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. Cross-examination of Mr. Wright is finished. All that is required now is for you to press judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, my throat is killed. Please give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you.
But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let's give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
BAM! Look closely at this. See the word Maya written on in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, we are all stupid. Who doesn't look at evidence? What? You just pick up a piece of paper and not turn it around? Would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
Well, a glass light stand and the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder.
You see, Mr. White, you allegedly entered Bay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September. The stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you?
No, it's impossible.
Uh-oh, isn't it? Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you agree you can't judge my guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Then that is all for the trial of...
Not so fast. Phoenix Wright. Huh? What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic in the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry in this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Object! Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth,
if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day of exertion whether these new claims have any basis in the factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied.
What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just makes up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all.
Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time.
The witness will stay. Maya? Phoenix? Read this note out loud. Maya, what's this? Ooh. Sorry. Memo received by Mia. Your Honor, if I may.
You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright.
But I am. My life is riding on this one.
I have some...
Oh, I guess I think I would like to read the card. The memo Maya had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened.
Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list?
Mr. White, admit your guilt. Right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press.
Ooh. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Maya with the finger.
Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I have no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've done it again. It was quite a spirited defense.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was.
Well, this qualifies defense. Rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Not guilty.
Woo! Let's go! And that is all. This court is adjourned.
Well, I never thought I'd be seeing this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born of A. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live.
As long as you live?
My time here is running out.
Huh?
Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here for long.
What?
No. There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! Not a chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9.
The office?
I'll see you later.
Chief. Mia.
Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Maya? I was kind of worried you might not.
Huh? Of course I came.
Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger?
Maya? Ha ha ha! You should have seen your face.
Maya?
Oh shit. I thought it was like a prank from someone else. Anyway.
What are you talking about? It's me, Maya.
Maya?
What? Did I look like my sister?
Look like you were her.
I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you?
Maya, why are you here?
Because of this. See? Maya wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me.
Take care of... Huh.
It means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright and Co. offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Maya said that's what your friend Larry calls you.
Nick.
You know what this means? We're partners.
Yeehaw.
You know, when I think about it, it's Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright and Cole officers? Got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching.
Holy shit, the ghost.
Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it.
Huh? Do what?
Burgers, dummy. Burgers. It's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on. Time's a wasting.
Okay. Wait up.
The end.
The moon in the sky clears. Oh. The moon? No, it was for it is the moon you'll ever see. See you in hell. Wah! Gah! Warrior saw a gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messages returns. Alright. Wait. Huh? Alright, I hope you enjoyed that. And, yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye.